Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome back to another episode on the Annoyed Dad channel. As you might be able to see today, we are in the orchard. Whew. And we still have some apples on the trees. Look at that. Still got apples to pick, still got apples to eat. Yummy, yummy, yummy. But what I thought we would do today is, because today's the 13th of November, and believe it or not, I'm still wearing t-shirts because it's that warm and mild. I thought it's been 1 week tomorrow since the birds went into lockdown, and I thought what we'd do is we'll go through the whole flock, all the way through it, everyone, and we'll take a look and we'll see what we've done to try to improve their lives a little bit and make things mildly better for them. So I thought we'd start off here in the orchard, because we rarely ever come in here to see these guys. So let's go in and take a look. And in here we've got Steve-O, the disabled duck. We got two Polish boys. And we got some naked neck girls. And somewhere hiding, probably laying an egg, is going to be Mrs. Chicken. Oh, unless... Nope, she hasn't escaped anywhere. Oh, she'll be about somewhere. So yeah, these guys in here, you would remember these guys because they were out in the farmyard, and then I had to move everything out of the farmyard to bring them into here. And they seem quite happy in here. They've got more space, more room to run about and do things in. There's Steve-O flapping his leg because he knows he wants to move, but he's not quite sure yet where he's going to move to. But he's more than happy in here. They're absolutely loving it. And you might spot, if I can get the door open, we'll go outside and explain this bit. But over the top here, I've whacked a tarpaulin. Now this is a 4 metre by 4 metre tarpaulin, and it fits on there quite snugly. Now in here, because it's rather sheltered, there's a lot of things between where the wind comes from, because it comes from the south normally. So straight off the English Channel, straight up the hill, straight to us. So because there's other structures in the way, I've just been able to tie this down really, really loosely, just on its corners. And it's not the greatest of tarpaulins, it's a bit of a cheapo one. Like you can see there, it's already starting to stretch out in the corner. But it'll last a season, it'll do. But because it's in here, I've just been able to tie it up like that. We'll go around and we'll take a look at another one in a second, and we'll see. So there we go. That's the orchard. And then if we come through, oh yeah, tractor work's still ongoing. Can't really show you too much at the minute because I've got other bits and pieces out. But you can see there's the fan on the floor. So that means if the fan's out, the water pump is out. But there's an issue with the water pump, but we'll cover that in another video. See how my lovely cover is still on there. I did have to make some changes, and those changes are what I'm just about to show you when we go around this corner. Here, there we go. So there's the other one, also covered in a blue tarpaulin. Must have brought that from the same place at the same time. But here we have a slightly different problem, because what we've got is we've got the sun shining in our faces, which I'm not going to whinge about given the amount of rain we've had just of late, but you probably can't see it, but just there is the sea, and that's the English Channel. So basically the wind whips up the English Channel and it comes straight up to us, and we're about 300 feet above sea level up here, so we're quite a distance. But then obviously it comes straight across, it just goes bang straight into this. And as I've learned in the past, if I have the tarpaulins just tied up on these eyelet things, it just rips them out and they're gone within 20-30 seconds. Here, Grace, they're gone, and it doesn't last very long. So we've had to do this one slightly differently, in that we have got a baton on the inside and we have got one on the outside, and there's 5 or 6 screws along the length of it, and that just screws it in at more points and holds it in at more points all the way along, and that seems to be holding it quite well so far. But as I said, they are cheap ones, and you can see that on some of the joints and that they're a bit not very good. So I'm hoping it's going to last a season. That's all I want out of it, is just one season. But if I have to change it come the new year, then I have to change it come the new year. Now these guys, it's a bit bright, I know, but they're doing all right. They're getting there, as we say. If we glance over this way, these guys need a clean out. So this is the main laying flock. Everybody's in. But it's quite nice and bright in there. It's brighter in there this year than what it was last year. Because, as I was saying earlier, we had the enclosure here that was built up where we had Steve-O the duck. And that basically made in there quite dark. But now we've got this one with the clear plastic sheeting and the clear plastic on the side of it there. It seems to be really improving it and making it nice and light in there for them. So they seem all right. It also means it gives me a chance to get on with some other things. Like I've got the rest of the fence in here I want to finish off. And where I took down the old fence that was running across that bit there, I want to clear all of this other stuff and move it all around. But everything has not been without its problems, as we will see in a second. Have you seen the gate before? New gate. Still needs a little bit of work doing to it just to finish it off, but it's certainly better than having to climb over everything and move everything around. Right, can you see the problem yet? Well, there's actually two problems. Sorry, there are two problems. Problem number one is I need to cover over this little piece here, which is what I'm going to do in just a minute. Get that covered over so as I can feed the birds. We can do everything with the birds in there. They are getting very wet within there, so we're having to use a lot of straw just to keep on going in there with the geese and that. If I can get you in at the sides, don't expect anything beautiful, because it's not. Can you see in there? See in there very well? It's a bit sloppy, let's put it that way. And whilst they don't mind, I do mind. But we also have another problem. We come round, there you go. See them? 3 of them. And I don't quite know yet where it is that they are escaping from. Now I know that the rule is that they all have to be kept in, and they all have to be kept inside. I'm not overly concerned, primarily because there's not a lot of bird flu. Well, there isn't any bird flu in this area as far as we're aware. So I will be finding out where they're coming from. I need to rig up a camera somewhere just to catch them and see what they're up to. Naughty little things that they are. But whilst they are there, you can see that the rest of this is just being left fallow now, and this is how it'll be left up until the spring. So this is week 1, and we're expecting this is going to go on to at least March at the earliest. I did have somebody point out to me on Twitter that it is just England that is under lockdown. Wales and Scotland are not yet under lockdown, which is quite lucky for them, although there have been a couple of cases which have appeared in Scotland in the last few days. Oh, we've got a helicopter flying over there. I doubt the camera can pick it up. I was filming down here the other day, and I'd done my normal blah 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 thing that I do, yabbering away into the camera, and I was stood just about here sort of thing, just saying blah 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 to the camera, and then I turned the camera off, and then I could hear a helicopter, and before you knew it, there was a helicopter that was coming along and inspecting the lines. I was like, damn, you could have been here 10 seconds earlier and I would have caught you on film. But anyway, so there we go. So this is week 1. As I say, we've got until about March to go. I want to try to sell as many birds as I can in this time. These guys in here, every single one of them up for sale. If you're interested and you're based near to the Sussex area, let me know. We've got Polish naked necks, we've got some white things that come from Mrs. Chicken. They are all for sale. Yes, during the lockdowns you are able to sell birds, you just have to keep a note of your bird movements. These guys in here, they're going to be kept because they're the layers flock and the turkeys. And the ducks, might sell a duck or two, might sell a goose or two. Wouldn't be any good for Christmas because they're a bit old now. They'll be getting a bit tough. But those guys, they can stay there. And where else haven't we done? Let's go around and do the banthams. We've got 2 lots of banthams that we haven't covered. I'm not going in there with those guys. purely because it's a pain in the butt to get in there, and trying to do it with the camera is even worse. So we got these guys down here, Mr. Alexander, or as he's otherwise known, yes, by another name. So these guys there, they're quite happy. Oh, there he is, he's just coming down the stairs. There you go, there he is. In there, here he comes. Coming to say hello and see what's up and try to fight with me. So yeah, these guys are doing all right. We have had an issue with rats. They have been tunnelling under, but luckily I am a pest controller, so I've been able to put down some boxes, and those boxes have got the special stuff in them that has so far dealt with the rats, so we haven't got rats anymore. Woohoo! So thank you so much for watching. How is your Flockdown going? What are you up to? Are you doing anything different? It's only been 1 week, and as I say, we're going to be going on till March with this. It's going to be an absolute nightmare trying to keep the birds entertained and keep things clean and tidy and looking good. Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.